Hi. So I got this fancy light, okay, because I really want to be updating this channel more. Sometime I'll like do the fancy shit that like has like that makes you want to click on it, right? So another update. Last I told you my HCG levels were rising but slowly, and we were trying to find out like if I would need a DNC or is it an ectopic or whatever, and boy have I learned. It ended up being an ectopic for sure. They are actually wondering if it could have possibly been what is called a heterotopic pregnancy, which is when it's twins and one is intrauterine and one is ectopic. Because of all the bleeding that I did at the beginning that was so heavy and like it was like getting rid of something, so that could have been baby that was in the uterus being gotten rid of, but then the HCG kept going up. And that's why they knew it, but wasn't going up sufficiently. I can't even tell you exactly what the numbers were, but let's just say it wasn't going up very fast at all. So what happened was I did end up having a DNC. So I had a DNC just because I didn't want to take the methotrexate shot, because I knew after the methotrexate shot, which for those that don't know is like chemo. Basically, it's really bad for your body, and they say they recommend that you don't try to conceive for 3 months after, for 12 weeks after your HCG hits 0. So my HCG hasn't even hit 0 yet. It's almost there. I think we're about there. So let's see, super long story short, had the DNC. When I woke up from surgery, they said, we're really sorry, but we did not see what we think to be any pregnancy tissue, but we're still going to get it, send it to the lab to get biopsied. Sure enough, there was no pregnancy tissue. They told me right after the DNC to go into the next day to get my HCG drawn. And if it goes up, then it's an ectopic for sure. But technically, because they could never see it, because my HCG never got to like 1500 where you could see it, it was a pregnancy of unknown location. It was an ectopic. So I went in the next day, HCG went up from the DNC day, and they sent me to the ER to get my methotrexate shot. So I was at the OB, they sent me to the ER, they gave me a bunch of paperwork. I basically had to sign that I was aborting my baby, which was hard. Like, that was emotional and shitty and everything. So I go to the ER. They did say we have to do a blood panel because we have to make sure like all of your levels are okay, because methotrexate can like really mess you up. So they did a blood panel. They came back and the doctor was like, one of your liver levels is a little high, but it's not too crazy, so we're gonna go ahead and continue with the shot. And I was like, okay. So I got the shot. It's like 100 milligrams, and it's like 50 cc's or 50 milligrams in each butt cheek. And normally, like when people are on chemo and stuff that take that, they're taking like 10 to 20. So when you're taking 100, it's like a lot. Okay, so I had no side effects for 5 days. Like, I got the shot and I was like, but you're supposed to stop taking any supplements, any folic acid, because basically it's what it does is it stops folic acid from producing in your body. So it makes DNA basically not produce, so it gets rid of the baby. It's what it's what they use for like early abortions and stuff too. So I took it, and then like 5 to 6 days later, I want to say, after shot. So at 4 days, you go and get your blood drawn at 4 days, and then at 7 days, and it's gonna go up on the 4th day. And then, but from the 4th day to the 7th day, they want it to drop at least 15%. That's minimum. You really want it to drop like a lot more. So I went in on day 4, got my blood drawn, and it was up. It had gone up to 850, 853 or something like that. And then the next day I was at work, and I just was an excruciating pain. Like, I was like, oh, and I tried, like, for about an hour, I toughed it out. And then I just looked at my coworker, and I said, I gotta go to the emergency room. Like, this is not okay. They said if there's any pain like this, I need to go to the emergency room. So I did. I get there, they give me like morphine, like they're trying to get this pain to go away. And then they take my blood, and I don't remember what my HCG was. It was down, but it was not down a lot. I think it was at 7. No, it was like at 800, right? I can't remember. Anyway, it wasn't down a lot, but my liver levels were through the roof. Something like 166 when it's supposed to be 35. And so my doctor left, like my OB left the office where he's at, came to the emergency room because they are affiliated, but he didn't need to come there. So it was really kind of cool that he did. He came there, he said, like, I'm so sorry you're going through this, and we're going to do everything to get this pain away, but I'm going to need to admit you to the hospital because your liver levels are out of control and we don't know what's going on. So we're going to get an internal medicine doctor and make sure you're okay. So they admit me to the hospital. That's on Tuesday night. I stay Wednesday, I stay Thursday. Basically, they kept on checking my HCG. They checked it again. So I know at some point it was like 800. And so it had only fallen 50 points, which was not cool, like not enough. So we were taught. Now, usually in a normal case, they would just give you another shot because everything would be balanced. But because my liver was not responding well to the methotrexate, that was not an option. And so we were scheduling surgery for Thursday. And it sucked because they were just gonna have to go in and explore and find it, and that wasn't even a guarantee they were gonna find it, because it was so small. And so, because they couldn't see it on any ultrasound or anything, and I just did not want surgery again. Like, there was just so much. I was so stressed out. But they gave me one more blood test, and everything dropped. All my liver levels dropped. My HCG went down to 394, and I was like, so the doctor came in and said, we're not going to send you into surgery. We're just going to monitor you, make sure this is going down. We're going to keep you one more night. That's on like Wednesday to Thursday, like to Thursday morning. And to make sure it's trending down, not just spiking down. But it kept going down. And so I was pleasantly surprised. I think it went from like 434 to 394. Yeah. That first drop was 434 and then it went to like 394 or something. So they sent me home. They said, if you have any pain, anything, come in. If your eyes turn yellow, if, like all this liver stuff, So I went home. I spiked a fever that next day, which was weird. I did call my OB about it, and she said, let's just like wait overnight. It could just be your body stressed out, but if it stays for 24 hours, then we'll bring you back in. But luckily, it went down. I took some ibuprofen, which they cleared me to take like one ibuprofen because liver does not like ibuprofen. So, but they said it was okay. So I took it. And then I went back in on Thursday, this past Thursday. So today is Tuesday. I went on Friday morning, got my HCG level checked, went to the OB, and it was 90. So that's good. But my liver had gone back up, but not as much. It wasn't 166, but it had just gone up a little. So she basically was like, we're going to get you another panel done when you get your HCG drawn this week. So on Thursday, today is Tuesday. So in a couple days, I'll get it drawn again. Hopefully it's below 5, which is considered negative. I'm over this, like this has been crazy and hard and ridiculous and exhausting. And I just want it to be done. But I also want my liver to find out what's going on with my liver, because it could be the methotrexate, it could not be. There's a bad history in my family of gastrial stuff. So my OB said that if it goes back up or if it stays up, she's going to refer me to a gastrologist. So we'll see what happens with that. But until then, I am going to prepare. I'm going to skip IUIs, and my next step is what is called Imbecile. It's basically like mini IVF. I'll get more into it probably in another post because everybody wants to know what Imbecile is. For now, Google it. but I will be posting again and breaking that down, where I'm going, the doctor I'm going to, what they've already said. I have had a consultation already, so October 6th is my first in-person appointment with them, so I'm excited for that. This was too much. Like, I'm skipping it, going straight to IVF, because I'm not going to waste money or tubes, you know, for this to happen. So I'm single, right, you know, and one day I hope to not be single, and if it's soon enough, you know, like after I have this first baby, then, you know, maybe I can do it naturally the next time, you know, you never know. But right now, y'all, this was emotionally exhausting. And, you know, I'm torn between like wanting my HCG to go down and then feeling the guilt of of wanting it to go down, because that means my baby's gone. And I do have this, like, this is my box of memories for this baby. I think it makes it real. Like, I debated like doing it because I didn't want to like connect. I think because of grief, you know, like I'm an angry griever. Like, I was really angry with my mom, but like pregnancy tests and like amazing letters from like people from Instagram, and, you know, like progesterone where there's like one tablet left, and like, you know, this has been a long couple months. You know, it was July, now it's September 15th. It's almost been 2 months, and I don't want to go through this again. And there's no guarantee I won't. You know, loss is loss, but I don't want to lose a tube. You know, like, those are important. And anyway, y'all are amazing, and thanks for watching.